Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 4 has just arrived, so here are the best game user settings that you need to use, as well as the best install options, Epic Game Launcher commands, and in-game settings that will overall give you a huge advantage going into this newest season. Alright, so getting straight into it, the first thing you want to do is open up your Epic Games Launcher, click on the top right icon, it should be your name, then you want to go under settings, then under where it says preferences, I recommend using these ones on screen, and below that you definitely want to make sure the desktop notifications are turned off, as these can cause slight hitches when you are gaming. Now if you scroll down after that and select the Fortnite one, make sure to open up that one, then click this box right here called additional command line arguments. Inside here you want to go ahead and paste in the following command, that's LANPLAY, NOSPLASH, and use all available cores. LANPLAY basically helps your ping, NOSPLASH basically makes your game load up quicker, and use all available cores gives you a slight FPS boost. Make sure to have those set up like so. If you just back out, it'll save automatically. The next thing you want to do is press Windows key plus R, and inside the run box here you want to type in %local update %. Then you want to locate the Epic Games Launcher folder, go into save, go into config, go into Windows, then where it says engine file you want to open up that. You then want to go ahead and delete the code that's in there. If there is any, it might be actually empty, but after that you want to go ahead and paste in this code that I'll have a copy and paste to in the description below. And what this does is it makes your download speed a lot faster when you do any sort of Fortnite update or game installs on the Epic Games Launcher. In addition to that, you can press Ctrl-Alt-Delete as well, go into the task manager, find the Epic Games Launcher process, and you can right click on it and set the priority to high as well. After that, you want to go back into the Epic Games Launcher again, you want to go into library, you want to find Fortnite, click on the three horizontal dots, then you want to go into options. Inside here, you want to make sure Save the World is unchecked to get some extra storage space. High resolution textures is personal preference, it will make the game look a lot nicer even if you are on low graphics, but it does come at the cost of some storage. If you do uncheck this as well, you will get a slight FPS boost as the quality of the game is a lot lower. Next we've got DirectX 12 shaders. If you don't use DirectX 12, you want to go ahead and uncheck this. You'll save some extra storage space. And finally we've got Disable Cosmetic Streaming, which is something I always recommend checking. What this does is it pre-downloads the assets so your game loads in a lot quicker, and I believe the performance is slightly better as well having this checked. After that, go back onto your desktop, press Windows key and R, then go into local update the %. In local you want to go ahead and find the Fortnite game, and what we're going to do here is actually reset our entire config to sort of remove outdated files and replace it with the refreshed ones or up-to-date ones. A lot of people before deleting like to make a backup, so they'll add like a 1 on the end, but I myself, I don't want a backup, so I'm not going to bother. You yourself, you might want to though. After that it'll disappear, but don't worry, it'll come back or reappear as a fresh one when you do start the game. However, before you do launch the game, you want to click on those three horizontal dots, you want to go into manage, and you want to verify your game files. This will verify all of your game files, making sure that they're working correctly so they're not corrupt or causing any sort of problems. I like to do this every season as I think it prevents game crashes and a lot of bugs. After that you can go ahead and launch the game. When you do launch the game back up, you'll notice that your game is on epic graphics. All you have to do is go into the settings in themselves and just go ahead and convert them back to what they were before. Now you don't have to change any of your other settings, all of those are saved on the cloud, like your sensitivities and stuff. As for your video settings though, I like to go ahead and optimize these to have the lowest graphical fidelity so you get the most performance. So I like to use performance mode as I think it's visually a lot easier to see enemies. Brightness and stuff, all of these are personal preference, but quality I like to have all of these on the lowest ones possible. 3D resolution, put that to the max, and then all the rest of these settings can just be off. Oh, a final thing I like to do as well is turn on the Nvidia Reflex low latency setting. I myself really like on, as I think that's best for my computer, but you might actually prefer on plus boost if you've got a high-end PC. And finally on your desktop you want to press the Windows key and R again, type in %local update at %, then find your fresh Fortnite game config file, give it an open, then go into save, then go into config, then Windows Client, and there is your box fresh, brand new game user settings file. Just go ahead and give that an open. And here is all the command lines we can customize. Now this season I've had a look through and nothing has actually changed. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I've had a pretty thorough check. However, a couple of things I do want to mention in here is the scalability groups. Make sure all of these are on 0 if you want the most performance possible, but resolution quality can be on 100%. Oh, another thing I recommend using is a stretched resolution. You can get more FPS, lower input delay, and and also bigger play models, or at least it looks like they are bigger. The top stretched resolutions right now are the following. We've got 1820 by 1080, 1780 by 1080, 1720 by 1080, and if you want even more FPS, you can go even more stretched, 1680 by 1080, 1656 by 1080, and you can go really far if you want and go 1550 by 1080, or even further, 1350 by 1080. Overall though, here is a big list of them. On the left we've got the FPS boosting stretched resolutions, and then on the right we've got the most popular ones. In order to set it up though, it's really easy. Just head over to your desktop, press the Windows key and R, then in that run box right there you want to type in %local updated %, then you want to find your Fortnite game folder or your config folder, open up that, then go saved, then go config, then Windows client, and then you'll see the config file. Now before you go ahead and open it, you want to go into the properties and make sure the read only is unchecked at this current time. Once it is, you can go ahead and open it up, and then what you want to do is find out where all the stretched resolutions are. If you scroll down, it's normally near the bottom under resolution size X and Y. You'll see there's 2 in total. Whichever stretched resolution you want, you need to change both of those. I like to use this method where you use Control+H and you can just change them like automatically. For this stretched resolution, I'm using 1350 by 1080. After that, you want to go ahead and save it. You want to go back into the game user settings file, into the properties, and then you want to click the read only box. This prevents the game from changing it automatically when you do open it up, because it'll try and put you back to 1920 by 1080. After that, you want to open up your control panel. I myself am using NVIDIA, so I'm going to open it like this. You then want to adjust the desktop size and position. Click full screen. These are settings I like to use GPU scaling as well. You then want to select your main game and monitor and set up a custom stretched resolution, the one that you just put in the config, then launch the game and you are all good to go, and you now have stretched res. If for some reason you do want to revert back to 1920 by 1080, just open up the game user settings file, go back into the resolution section and change it back to 1920 by 1080, the default one. You can then go ahead and save the file. But yeah, after you've made all those changes to your config, don't forget to click File, then Save. And that right there has been the best game user settings that you really need to use. If the video helped out, feel free to drop a like on it, drop a sub on the channel. Also, don't forget to use my code in the item shop or when you do buy that brand new battle pass. Catch us in the next one, and be sure to check out these 2 videos on screen right now.